In the heart of Canada's Boreal forest lies a shimmering expanse of blue, Lake Athabasca. This majestic lake, one of the largest in North America, is a sight to behold. Its crystal-clear waters reflect the vast sky above, a mirror to the wilderness that surrounds it. Lake Athabasca is more than just a beautiful landmark. It is a vital part of the ecosystem, a source of life for countless species, and a place steeped in history and cultural significance. Join me as we journey to this remarkable destination. We will explore its hidden depths, uncover its secrets, and discover the wonders that make Lake Athabasca a true jewel of the North. From its unique geography to the rich tapestry of life it sustains, Lake Athabasca offers a glimpse into a world untouched by time. Lake Athabasca sprawls across the Canadian provinces of Saskatchewan and Alberta. It covers a massive area, ranking as the 8th largest lake in Canada and the 20th largest in the world. Its sheer size is impressive, stretching over 200 kilometers in length and reaching widths of up to 50 kilometers. The lake's depth varies dramatically, with shallow, sandy shorelines giving way to depths of over 120 meters in its deepest points. This diverse underwater landscape creates a range of habitats, supporting a rich variety of fish species. Fed by numerous rivers and dotted with islands, Lake Athabasca's geography is as diverse as the wildlife that inhabits its waters and shores. Lake Athabasca straddles the border of two Canadian provinces, Saskatchewan and Alberta. This unique location means the lake falls under the jurisdiction of both provinces, leading to interesting dynamics in its management and conservation. The eastern portion of the lake belongs to Saskatchewan, while the western part falls within Alberta's boundaries. This division is more than just a line on a map. It reflects the different cultural influences and historical uses of the lake by the indigenous communities who have called this region home for centuries. Understanding this division is crucial to appreciating the complex tapestry of culture, history, and ecology that makes Lake Athabasca so unique. Lake Athabasca is a place of dramatic contrasts, where the vastness of the sky meets the stillness of the water. Its shoreline stretches for hundreds of kilometers, a constantly changing panorama of dense boreal forests, sandy beaches, and rugged cliffs. This is a landscape shaped by time and the elements, where the forces of nature are on full display. As you travel along its shores, you'll encounter a rich tapestry of habitats. Towering black spruce and jack pine forests fringe the lake, their dark green hues reflected in the water below. These forests are home to a variety of wildlife, from moose and black bears to lynx and woodland caribou. The air is filled with the sounds of nature, the haunting calls of loons, the drumming of woodpeckers, and the gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze. One of the most striking features of Lake Athabasca is the abrupt transition between the dense boreal forest and the open expanse of water. The trees seem to reach out towards the lake, their branches reflected in the clear blue depths. This stark contrast creates a sense of awe and wonder, reminding us of the power and beauty of the natural world. Along the shoreline, you'll find secluded coves and inlets, perfect for exploring by canoe or kayak. The water here is often crystal clear, allowing you to glimpse the rocky bottom and the fish darting among the reeds. These sheltered bays provide a haven for wildlife, offering protection from the wind and waves of the open lake. Lake Athabasca is dotted with hundreds of islands, each with its unique character and charm. Some are large enough to support entire forests, while others are little more than rocky outcrops, home to nesting gulls and terns. These islands provide important breeding grounds for a variety of bird species, including pelicans, cormorants, and ospreys. The lake's eastern shores are characterized by vast stretches of sand dunes, sculpted by the wind into ever-changing patterns. These dunes are a stark contrast to the dense forests that dominate the western shores, creating a sense of wild beauty and isolation. Here, The landscape is constantly shifting, shaped by the forces of wind and water. As night falls over Lake Athabasca, a new kind of magic takes hold. The sky explodes in a kaleidoscope of colors as the northern lights dance across the heavens. This celestial display is reflected in the still waters of the lake, creating a breathtaking spectacle that is both awe-inspiring and humbling. This nightly show of celestial wonder is a reminder of the remote and pristine nature of Lake Athabasca. Far from the city lights, the stars shine with an intensity rarely seen elsewhere. The silence of the night is broken only by the gentle lapping of waves against the shore and the occasional call of an owl in the distance. It is a place where one can truly connect with the vastness of the universe and the beauty of the natural world. The story of Lake Athabasca is an ancient one, stretching back thousands of years. Long before the arrival of Europeans, indigenous peoples navigated the lake's waters and thrived on its abundant resources. For these communities, the lake was not just a geographical feature, but a central figure in their culture, spirituality, and way of life. Archaeological evidence suggests that people have lived around Lake Athabasca for over 9,000 years. The Dean, Cree, and Metis people are just some of the groups who have called this region home. They were drawn to the lake's rich fishing grounds, its abundance of wildlife, and the sheltered bays and forests that provided protection from the harsh elements. The indigenous communities of Lake Athabasca developed a deep understanding of its rhythms and resources. They lived in harmony with nature, taking only what they needed and ensuring the sustainability of the ecosystem for future generations. Their knowledge was passed down through generations, often through oral histories, songs, and stories etched onto birchbark scrolls. These birchbark scrolls, some of which have survived to this day, provide a glimpse into the past. They tell stories of hunting and fishing expeditions, of spiritual beliefs and ceremonies, and of the deep connection between the people and the lake. They are a testament to the resilience and adaptability of these communities who thrived in a challenging environment. The arrival of European fur traders in the 18th century marked a turning point in the history of Lake Athabasca. The lake's strategic location, at the heart of a vast network of rivers and lakes, made it a crucial link in the fur trade. Canoes laden with furs navigated the lake's waters, connecting remote trading posts with the bustling markets of Europe. The fur trade brought about significant changes to the region. New settlements emerged, and the indigenous communities became increasingly drawn into the fur trade economy. While the trade brought economic opportunities, it also led to competition for resources, and in some cases, conflict between different groups. Today, Lake Athabasca stands at a crossroads. It faces a range of environmental challenges, including climate change, pollution from industrial activities, and the pressures of a growing population. Yet amidst these challenges, there is hope. Efforts are underway to protect the lake's fragile ecosystem and to preserve its cultural heritage for future generations. Indigenous communities are playing a leading role in these efforts, drawing on their traditional knowledge and their deep connection to the lake to develop sustainable practices. They are working alongside scientists, government agencies, and conservation organizations to monitor the health of the lake, to restore damaged habitats, and to educate others about the importance of protecting this precious resource. Lake Athabasca, despite its location in the challenging environment of the Canadian Shield, teems with a surprising diversity of life. It serves as an ecological oasis within a vast expanse of boreal forest, providing a haven for numerous plant and animal species. The lake's intricate web of life, from microscopic organisms to large mammals, highlights its vital role in the region's ecological balance. The shores of Lake Athabasca are teeming with life. Moose, with their impressive antlers, browse on willows and aquatic plants. Black bears, masters of adaptation, forage for berries and fish along the water's edge. Smaller mammals like the elusive lynx and the snowshoe hare navigate the undergrowth, their lives interwoven with the cycles of the forest. Beneath the surface of Lake Athabasca lies a hidden world teeming with activity. The lake's clear, cold waters provide ideal conditions for a variety of fish species, many of which are crucial to the diets and livelihoods of the indigenous communities. Schools of walleye, their scales shimmering silver in the sunlight, chase after smaller fish, while northern pike, masters of camouflage, lurk amongst the reeds, waiting to ambush their prey. Lake whitefish, a prize species for their delicate flavor, navigate the depths, feeding on invertebrates on the lakebed. The lake's intricate food web, with its delicate balance of predator and prey, highlights the interconnectedness of life in this unique ecosystem. Protecting the health of the lake is paramount to ensuring the survival of these aquatic species. The fate of Lake Athabasca is closely intertwined with the fate of the woodland caribou, an iconic species that roams the boreal forests surrounding the lake. These majestic creatures, with their impressive antlers and ability to survive in harsh conditions, rely on the lake's resources for survival. They migrate across frozen portions of the lake in winter, accessing lichen-rich feeding grounds on its islands and shores. However, the caribou populations are facing challenges. Habitat loss due to human activities, such as logging and mining, coupled with the effects of climate change, has put pressure on their survival. Protecting the caribou and their habitat is crucial not only for the species itself, but also for the cultural and spiritual well-being of the indigenous communities who have a deep connection to this iconic animal. For millennia, the indigenous communities of Lake Athabasca have been the guardians of this precious ecosystem. Their traditional knowledge, passed down through generations, holds invaluable insights into the lake's delicate balance and the interconnectedness of life within it. Their practices of sustainable harvesting, respect for nature, and deep spiritual connection to the land have ensured the lake's health for centuries. Today, these communities are playing a vital role in protecting Lake Athabasca for future generations. They are actively involved in monitoring water quality, advocating for sustainable development practices, and educating others about the importance of preserving this unique ecosystem. Their voices and their actions are crucial in ensuring that the beauty and biodiversity of Lake Athabasca are preserved for generations to come. Lake Athabasca, for all its grandeur and ecological importance, is not immune to the environmental challenges of the 21st century. Like many large bodies of water around the world, it faces a complex interplay of pressures, from climate change to pollution from industrial activities. Understanding these challenges is crucial to safeguarding the lake's health for future generations. One of the most pressing issues is the impact of climate change. As temperatures rise, the delicate balance of the lake's ecosystem is being disrupted. Warmer water temperatures can affect fish populations, alter the timing of ice formation and melt, and impact the availability of traditional food sources for indigenous communities. These changes have cascading effects throughout the food web, impacting the entire ecosystem. The effects of climate change are particularly pronounced in northern latitudes, like the region surrounding Lake Athabasca. The warming climate is altering precipitation patterns, leading to more frequent and intense droughts in the summer months. These droughts can lower water levels in the lake, impacting navigation routes and concentrating pollutants in the remaining water. Furthermore, the thawing of permafrost, a layer of permanently frozen ground found throughout the region, releases methane, a potent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere, further exacerbating climate change. Addressing climate change through global efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions is essential to mitigating these impacts on Lake Athabasca and similar ecosystems around the world. For decades, the region surrounding Lake Athabasca has been a hub for resource extraction industries, particularly uranium mining and oil sands development. While these industries have brought economic benefits to the region, they have also left a legacy of environmental challenges that continue to impact the lake and its surrounding ecosystem. The discharge of industrial effluent into the lake's tributaries, even if within regulatory limits, can introduce harmful contaminants that accumulate in the food chain, potentially impacting the health of fish and wildlife, as well as the communities that rely on them. The transportation of oil sands products across the lake also poses risks of spills, which can have devastating consequences for the lake's ecosystem and the livelihoods of those who depend on its resources. Despite the challenges facing Lake Athabasca, there is hope for the future. Growing awareness of the lake's ecological and cultural significance has galvanized efforts to protect and preserve it. Indigenous communities, scientists, government agencies, and conservation organizations are working together to address the threats facing the lake and to find sustainable solutions. These efforts include conducting scientific research to better understand the lake's ecosystem and the impacts of human activities, implementing stricter environmental regulations for industries operating in the region, and promoting sustainable practices such as ecotourism that benefit both the environment and the local communities. Ultimately, the future of Lake Athabasca depends on the collective action of all stakeholders working together to ensure its health and resilience for generations to come. As we've journeyed across the vast expanse of Lake Athabasca, from its windswept shores to its hidden depths, we've encountered a place of remarkable beauty, resilience, and profound ecological and cultural significance. This immense lake, a shimmering jewel set within the rugged beauty of the Canadian Shield, stands as a testament to the power of nature and the delicate balance of life that sustains it. Yet, Lake Athabasca, like many of the world's great natural wonders, faces an uncertain future. The cumulative impacts of climate change, industrial activities, and the pressures of a growing human footprint have cast a shadow over its once pristine waters. The challenges are real, and the stakes are high. The decisions we make today will determine the fate of this precious ecosystem for generations to come. Protecting a treasure like Lake Athabasca requires a collective effort, a shared responsibility that transcends geographical boundaries and political divides. Indigenous communities, whose ancestral lands embrace the lake, hold invaluable traditional knowledge and a deep spiritual connection to the land. Their voices must be heard and their leadership acknowledged in shaping a sustainable future for the lake. Scientists and researchers play a crucial role in monitoring the health of the lake, studying the impacts of human activities, and providing the data needed to inform sound environmental policies. Government agencies, entrusted with safeguarding the environment for the benefit of all, must enact and enforce regulations that protect the lake from pollution and unsustainable development. Perhaps the greatest reason for hope lies in the enduring spirit of Lake Athabasca itself. This vast body of water, shaped by millennia of geological processes and ecological change, has weathered countless storms and witnessed the ebb and flow of life for countless generations. It possesses a resilience, a capacity for renewal that offers a glimmer of hope even in the face of adversity. And it is this spirit of resilience, mirrored in the tireless efforts of those working to protect it, that gives us reason to believe that a brighter future is possible for Lake Athabasca. A future where its waters continue to sparkle with life, where the calls of loons echo across its vast expanse, and where future generations can marvel at its beauty and draw inspiration from its enduring spirit.